Most traders will put their stop loss a tick under the last low, and they will invariably put their stop loss at exactly where the institutional orders are.
Something called stop hunting that takes place in the trading world.
It's always looked upon as negative, certainly at the retail trader level. Institutional traders are taught from their first day that they buy good levels or they don't buy at all. Unfortunately, most retail traders will wait for some confirmation before they get in. That could be a candle pattern, could be a moving average cross, or whatever. Institutional traders will buy at the level. Now, most traders will put their stop loss a tick under the last low, and they will invariably put their stop loss at exactly where the institutional orders are. I think that institutional traders are just doing what institutional traders do, putting their entry points at very good levels. However, if you are trading at the institutional level, it's not always easy to get filled. At the retail level, if you want to buy 100 shares, you want to buy the pound against the dollar at a 5 or a point, you press the little button and you've got it. At the institutional level, it's not that simple, and you've got, on occasions, to actually generate the liquidity to get aboard. I don't think that anybody looks at where the stops are, but they will say to themselves, well, we know pretty sure that most of the stops will all be crowded around this obvious level. So they will bid the market at that particular level. All you need is one person to chicken out, and the markets are going to go where the bids are, and all those people will be taken out. So I think that if you do not think long and hard about where you're going to put your stops, that you're going to find that you can quite easily die in a sea of stop losses. Okay, earlier on we talked about one of my things that I think about all the time. And here's an exercise for some people. The next time you're just about to put a trade on, you pick up something heavy and you just go, poof! And then you write down on a piece of paper where you were going to buy and where you're going to put your stop loss. Don't buy it, but put an order in to buy it at where you're going to put your stop loss, and then just watch how many times the market goes to your order. Okay, markets will go to the obvious stops most of the time, and one of my rules is that I want to put my entries where the masses put their stops. So I think that you can think your way through most of that, but you really need to spend some time in being brave and getting in at a good level. If you don't get in at a good level, there's nothing that upsets me more than a guy saying that this is a very risky trade, I'll use a tight stop loss. That's just rubbish, because you'll get stopped out over and over and over again. The stop needs to be where the stop needs to be. So if your entry is sloppy, then your stop loss is going to have to be a red bus away from where you got in at to give yourself a chance of staying in the move. The average true range will help with that. Most traders will look at a stop loss of 2.5 times the average true range or something like that. Nevertheless, if you want to get in with low stop losses at institutional levels, you've got to be brave. The institutional traders will use Fibonacci levels, they will use trend lines, they will use simple horizontal support and resistance levels to actually look for confluences to try and place their orders. Nothing clever. Okay, and unfortunately, most retail traders, as I say, will look for some form of confirmation, and their stop loss will then be too close, and they'll get taken out in the noise.
자, 다음 영상도 투자에 도움되는 영상을 계속 업로드하겠습니다. 유익한 영상을 계속 시청하고 싶다면 좋아요, 구독 눌러주시기 바랍니다.